Hello folks, Finn again. I've had a couple of folks, more than a couple, over the years asked about a couple of shots that I throw a lot that they would like to know the mechanics. So I thought I might as well I'll do one lesson first, then I'll change the camera over to the other side, show that one. Then I'll shut the camera off, then restart the camera for my telework, which will also be on my YouTube page. The first one I'm going to go over is basically what I call the hidden hand grab. But basically it's designed to not be too far out from your body or anything like that. It's basically designed to, with your shield up, that basically comes right off your shoulder, right off your thigh, and right up into the person's leg. Kane designed it. I'm sure someone else had designed it before that, whatever, but I just taught it from Kane, and Kane and I worked on it to work out the mechanics. Same thing with the thumb lead, which I will show, which will be after this one. But basically the whole design of the shot is, move the shield out of the way. So going slow, and this is how I teach the guys I train. Is basically, you set up, however you set up, but to practice it and to get good with it, I say start it off by basically going off the shoulder, bounce it off the thigh, and then into their leg. One reason why I'm using my Gladius is so I can show, and hopefully it's showing up on film good, that this shot is going in blade first. The shot is designed, it's not going up the body, it's going through the body. So if I missed, it should go to here. Now, once I ask this of everyone, it doesn't always, but most people, I guess, haven't played tennis. I used to just play with my friends who were on the tennis team. They showed me a bunch of stuff. So this actually translated very well for me. But really, all this shot is a topspin shot. So if I had a tennis racket, ball's coming in, you're going over the top of the shot, boom, over the ball, you get that topspin. That's really all this shot is, except with a blade. So you're coming in, going off the thigh, going, pretend like there's a ball there, going off the top of the ball, and to create that topspin. I teach from here, but I always tell my students, look, not every shot's going to be from here. You are going to throw this shot from, I'll go slow. You are going to throw that shot from here also. It will come out from the body off and on. It's really nice when you're in tight, whatever, to just drop that in. One of the things why I like this, there's a couple reasons why I like this shot. One, it's designed that if your opponent's shield is off their leg that much, even if it's across their body or going diagonal on their body, so, example, either this way, or if it's strapped or whatever, like this, if it's off that leg, you've got a very good chance of going underneath. The shot is not designed to go around the shield. It's designed to come up and under it. So if their shield's off their body that much, you should be able to get underneath it before they get to it, before they get the block there. Not always, but that's one reason why, for those in Ethelmark and for those who remember me in Atlantia, why most of my opponents were always late. One, I'm shorter than most, so we legged them, brought them down to my size, and also took away their mobility. But this is the shot I throw. Second reason why I throw this shot is when I first started, I was taught this one. The one that most people throw, horizontal or even going down. Problem with this shot is, one, very easy for your opponent to get their shield in the way. Two, if you miss, or if they get the block, and let's say they got a heater, like on a Scutum, it's just going to probably die. But like on a round shield, on a heater, you've got the angle of the heater goes around the shield doing this. So if you miss, or if they block it, your sword only has one place to go. And that's the back of their knee or the back of their, or into their calf. That's the only place where it's got to go. Which is one reason why I teach my guys, or anyone that wants to learn it, I teach them this shot. And it's the only shot I throw for legs, as far as on the right side. And a lot of it was, I remember when I first started, hitting guys in the calf too many times, and just going, I don't want to do that. And I started going away from throwing leg shots, because no, I wasn't good enough to get the shots in, so I was hitting their shields, and it was going into their calves. Bad idea. And usually it goes into their calves hard. This shot, even if they get blocked, if it goes down, it's just dropping down. There is no strength to it. And also you have a harder time getting guys in the knee with this shot, because it's coming up. When you got to be really you really have to be out of, what's the word I'm looking for? Whatever, sorry. You got to be out of form, thank you. You really got to be out of form for this to go into someone's knee. And really it's because you didn't finish it. It's because you flattened the shot out at the last second instead of bringing it up into your body. And yes, I see guys do this all the time. You know, especially if they're reaching for a shot. They'll go here and they'll do this. You know, they'll roll it off the shoulder, they'll do this, but they'll flatten it out. And it's the same shot as that. You didn't do this. You got to here and then decided to just do a regular wrap like most people throw. So that's basically the reason why I throw this shot. One, if my opponent's shield's off their leg, I've got a really good chance of getting the leg. And as most of you guys have seen over the years, I leg a lot of guys when I fight. Other is, I don't hit guys low. And if I do, it's because I got slaughtered, basically. Usually probably because I reached for a shot. That, you know, I got here, either I went for this shot, they moved back, and I reached out. Which is bad form on my part. Not their fault, my fault. That's really about it. Actually, no, there's more to this here. So, how you want to train it, I'm just kind of going over it again a little bit. Because you set up however you have your arm set up, either here, you know, pillbox style or whatever. How I get guys to train this shot, to get it correctly, is go back, down, off the thigh, and up. And if I didn't have the pedal there, the shot should finish here. If you do it wrong, it's this and there. If you're going there, you're doing it wrong. And just get used to that motion. Usually I have guys have their shield up. I'm not going to do it with this because it's, you know, a plastic sword. Like I'll have them hold their shield up and just practice boom, banging it off the shield. See those, you know, it's like, okay. And you just get used to that. Once you use that motion, then you can do it from distance, do it in range, but it's just boom, and you're in. And for those guys that like to do right leg lead, it's a perfect shot for the right leg lead guys also, against the right leg lead guys. Because instead of going for, you know, instead of going for their left leg lead, the guys that like to do this, because I mean, outside the thigh, yeah, it hurts. Inside the thigh, yeah, a lot of guys don't have stuff there. You get a really good reaction from guys. And it's perfectly designed for that too. Boom, inside the thigh. Just be careful, because this can easily turn into that, and that's bad. I know certain kingdoms, it's perfectly fine to hit someone in the nuts. Not in my kingdom. So try not to aim that way. So you got to make sure you got that cross. If you're going this way, you shouldn't. It might bounce up after hitting the thigh, but it's not going to bounce up with any power, or it shouldn't. If they step into it, mistakes happen. Not your fault. You're not aiming for it, you're aiming for the other thigh. Let's see. Anything else? But that's basically the basics of this shot. It's a very simple shot. It's a very nice shot. The other reason why I like this shot is keeps your shoulder back. Most leg wraps for a lot of guys, you see reach. You're bringing your shoulder out, which means if you're shielded, and since most people have to move their shoulder a little bit, means this is open. So if you got, especially the counter punches. Are you going for that leg? Okay, block, bam. So that shoulder should be open. Or actually, not even that shot. It's gonna go. Oops. Yeah, this is shoulder. But they're going for that shoulder shot. And they might even do that a little bit. Because your shield moved out of the way for your shot. If your shield did that, you're reaching. You're basically laying it out there for it. This, on the other hand, the shoulder's staying behind your defense. And your shield's not having to move out of the way. The other nice thing about the shot is you're not having to move the shield so your arm can finish the shot. Because basically your sword is coming up underneath your own shield. So you're not having to move anything. Your defense is still tight. It's still there. That's basically it. Thank you very much. I'm going to stop the tape, move the camera, and then go into the thumb lead. So thank you very much for watching, and have a good night.